Risk factors and how to mitigate risk. First of all, we have to clarify the term risk, since many people still misperceive that risk means losing all the invested money. Actually, in most cases, it's not that extreme. Risk means the possibility that the returns from the particular investment may not be the same as what we have expected at first. What the investor should remind is that every investment has risk. An investor should always take into account all relevant risk factors before making any decisions. Of course, buying bonds also has risks. Risk that the bond can be default or risk from the change in interest rate. For Kbank, we can slide its risk into four significant factors: credit risk, market risk, liquidity risk, and capital adequacy risk. Kbank also develops an advanced risk management that can be used to mitigate risk effectively. Number 1. Credit risk. Credit risk is considered as the key risk in banking business. It refers to a risk that a borrower may default on contractual obligations. Say, sometimes because of unexpected financial difficulties, the borrowers become unable to pay back the loans, resulting in a loss to the bank. To deal with credit risk, Kbank monitors the portfolio quality and return frequently. It also tries not to accumulate loans in any specific industry. Instead, it diversifies its loans expansion into all segments. From the recent consolidated lending portfolio, 52% of loans go to manufacturing and commerce. The rest go to different businesses such as agricultural and mining, housing loans, real estate, and construction and more. With this method, if any industry faces difficult situation, the impact won't be too high to handle. Moreover, according to the Fitch ratings, its impaired loans or loans that are not likely to be collected remain at 2.5% of total loans, which is the lowest in Thailand's banking industry. Its NPL ratio also declines year by year. Loan loss reserves or LLRs also rise up firmly to support the risk. Number 2. Market risk. Market risk incurs when there are changes in interest rates, exchange rates, or commodity price level. All these changes could affect the bank's present and future income or changes the values of financial assets and liabilities unexpectedly. To cope with the market risk, Kbank has implemented a new system that enables it to monitor market risk in real time, rather than at the end of the day. Hence, Kbank can notice the market risk and deal with them since an early stage. Number 3. Liquidity risk. Liquidity risk refers to the bank's inability to meet obligations when they come due. This may be caused by the inability to convert assets into cash within a limited time period. To mitigate this risk, Kbank developed a plan to solve the substantial deposit outflows, known as bank run, like in the case of Northern Rock in England. Moreover, the liquidity risks are mitigated by the bank's holding of high-quality liquid assets. And in March 2012, Kbank's liquid assets over deposits and short-term borrowing ratio rose from 28% in 2011 to 35%. Fitch Ratings considers that this ratio is good enough to provide buffer against liquidity risk. Number 4. Capital adequacy risk. To achieve financial strength and sustainable credibility, capital management should be focused as the highest priority. Right now, as we have told you, the Tier 1 ratio of Kbank is equal to 10.9%, which is higher than 4.25%, the minimum rate required by BOT. The bank's total capital ratio is equal to 16.5%, which is also higher than 8.5%, the minimum requirement. Moreover, Fitch Ratings also sees that the bank's Tier 1 ratio is of high quality, and Kbank would be able to withstand a severe credit stress.